what I'm going to do, what I've been asked to do is to actually read a message from the African Party for the Independence of Guinea and Cape Verde. And it came from the officials there. It's entitled Struggles Against Imperialism and NATO Are Acts of Culture. The situation of World War III, and it's interesting, I just want to mention the fact that NATO is meeting now in Ohio. It's the first time in 40 years, and I don't think they've met, at least not in the U.S. So I thought it was relevant to have this reference here to NATO. Excuse me. The situation of World War III, the new Cold War, and the tasks of communist and anti-imperialist forces. World War III is not an event, but rather a process. The wars in the Congo, Yemen, Sudan, occupied Palestine, NATO's expansion, and its war against Russia, coupled with systematic sanctions against scores of countries and blockades against Cuba and provocations of new Cold War, quote unquote, against the PRC of China, People's Republic of China, the PDRK, People's Democratic Republic of Korea, that have roots in capitalism manifested in the forms of Zionism, hyper-imperialism, and its last stage of neocolonialism, hyper-imperialism. And they're losing in the areas of production, finances, and checkmated militarily. In short, the monopolarism of the dollar is losing to multipolarism. Logically, the struggle against imperialism is not an event, but rather a process. The anti-imperialist forces are gaining strength. The military components that constitute NATO are clearly defeatable. The political military capabilities of the global South are collectively stronger than NATO. Even the glorious armed struggle for national liberation in Guinea-Bissau in the 1960s and early 1980s, the PAIGC defeated NATO. It's relevant to quote Amilcar Cabral, who was one of the founders of the PAIGC. His name was Amilcar Cabral, a great Pan-Africanist who was assassinated by imperialism, by the way. His presentation at the Conference of Nationalist Organizations of Portuguese Colonies, it goes by the acronym CONCP, is composed of, I won't mention all the countries here, but Frelimo, which is I think Mozambique, MPLA, or Angola, PAIGC, Guinea-Bissau, and some others. In the session in October of 1965. In any struggle, it is of fundamental importance to define clearly who we are and who is the enemy. We, the peoples of the Portuguese colonies, are African peoples of this Africa, ensnared by imperialism and colonialism for decades, and even in some cases for centuries. NATO is concrete countries, concrete governments and states. NATO is the USA. This was in 1965, 2 years after the beginning of the armed phase of the glorious liberation struggle. By 1973, the African people of Guinea-Bissau, Cape Verde, were allies via our politically organized cultural manifestation. The PAIGC had already defeated the Portuguese military and their NATO allies. This is still significant today. The organized people of a small country defeated NATO. Guinea-Bissau doesn't manufacture weapons such as warplanes, missiles, submarines, or any other type. Its main weapons are the culture of the masses of people organized politically. The majority of the people in the homeland of Amilcar Cabral and the militants responsible and leaders of the PAIGC continue to struggle against imperialism in all its rotten manifestations. Our party, he's referring to the PAIGC, is the politically organized manifestation of our people's culture. The liberation movement, as representative and defender of the culture of the people, must be conscious of the fact that whatever may be the material conditions of the society that it represents, the society is the bearer and creator of culture. The liberation movement must furthermore embody the mass character, the popular character of the culture, which is not and never could be the privilege of one or of some sectors of the society. There aren't any foreign military bases in Guinea-Bissau, and there never have been. The Revolutionary Constitution, patience, I'm almost done here. The Revolutionary Constitution that was approved by the National People's Assembly on the 23rd of September of 73, the day before it unilaterally proclaimed independence in Guinea-Bissau on the 24th of September, 1973, prohibits foreign military bases. The democratic forces who oppose these measures are attacked by armed mercenaries sent like attack dogs from the presidential palace. These same attack dogs abuse democratic, patriotic, peaceful manifestations. They arrest and torture unarmed protesters. The PAIGC has been involved with various international and regional coordinating councils. So he goes on. I'm going to just jump to the end here. I'm sorry if I get a little, I didn't write this. The unity we seek is no idealist dream or boastful speculation. The unity we seek is a historically determined necessity. We must unite to rid our continent of imperialism. We must unite to solve the problems of poverty, sickness, poor education, and unequal distribution of the products of social labor. Finally, we must unite to ensure that future generations live in peace, prosperity, and dignity. Comrades, let us go forward, onward to victory as complete human beings. Everywhere there's an agent of imperialism, Zionism, or neocolonialism, let us go forward with tidal waves to crush them. Comrades. Two sentences, I swear. Two. Comrades, let us go forward, onward to victory as complete human beings. Everywhere there is an agent of imperialism, Zionism,